Hello, I am Lee Cooper, and welcome to my ePortfolio for EDL. All right, so a little bit about me. I actually grew up here in Buena Vista. I grew up in Colorado. Grew up in Buena Vista, Colorado. Currently live in Colorado Springs. For my undergraduate, I went to the University of Northern Colorado, where I received my Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics and Secondary Education. Just a little bit more. So I've been married for about 3 years, and my wife and I moved to Colorado Springs at the beginning of the school year. We actually just had our first baby, which has been really exciting. It's also been quite a lot. Definitely been pushing myself to capacity kind of this semester. And so we had a baby back in February 8th. So when I wrote this, the due date was February 2nd, and the baby actually came February 8th. So his name is Samuel, and we are very excited that he's in our lives. Some goals within the next 1 to 5 years, definitely would want to become an administrator. 6 to 10, maybe kind of moving more towards a central office administrative position, and just continue to grow and build as a leader. Some of my personal goals, right? I mean, we can kind of read through those, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of dive in a little bit more into the actual program. So leadership philosophy. This was something that I was able to create as a part of 2 of my courses. So this was a part of AAP 855, and this was also a part of the Introduction to Administration. So I was actually pretty proud of what I was able to put together, and this is something that I have felt I've really been able to actually guide my work as I've gone through my practicum experience, as I've gone through creating this portfolio, and just as I've kind of approached being a leader within my school. So it's actually been very helpful for me. Part of that was finding a leadership platform and finding leaders that I could really look to and really kind of develop this idea of what is my leadership philosophy. And one of my biggest influences has actually been a retired Navy SEAL, Jocko Willink, and this idea of extreme ownership. So as a leader, whatever's going to happen in my school building, right now as a teacher, whatever's happening in my classroom, right, I'm responsible for that. I own that. So that's been really helpful as I've gone through this program. All right, so to go ahead and jump into some of the activities, I'll start with district. So some of the district activities that I've been able to complete. The first one I was able to complete, and actually just a lot of my coursework I was able to use for this portfolio, and just find that a lot of the coursework was very practical. It was stuff that I could share with my administrators, share with the district office, and those kinds of things. So the first one was a Parents' Rights in Special Education for Harrison School District 2. Along with that, I was also able to not only just create one for Harrison School District 2, but I was able to create multiple videos. And if you click on the links and all of these, I kind of had some directions for that. You can see all the various things that I was able to do with this video. So, for instance, my school requested that they wanted a voiceover. They wanted it to make sure that it was a certain time length. I was also working with an elementary school, and they were wanting to have it, specific logos and make it specific to their school. So, was able to get quite a bit out of that Parents' Rights assignment, and again, a lot of the coursework very valuable. I was also able to do some curriculum planning in presentations for the districts. This is something that I didn't have to do, but I decided, I wanted to step up, and how can I be a leader, and how can I, be a leader for my district? And that was something I decided to do, was to help out with curriculum planning and make presentations for the district for the 6th grade math team. Other things, again, some of the things that I was able to do, just again, that coursework was huge in getting some of the hours and creating promotional videos and just a lot of those things. So was really happy with a lot of the coursework that I was able to do. Okay, to jump over to elementary. So I actually really enjoyed my time working at the elementary that I was working at. I was able to gain a lot of really awesome experience, and part of that experience came over the summer. I got to be a part of a really big project to repaint the school. So the school that I was working in was a school that pretty low funded, those kinds of things, and the principal for a while was trying to figure out how they could kind of beautify the school, and they actually worked with a ton of different community partners. So that included painting companies, that included not just buying paints, but people who actually do the painting. It included working with an actually army battalion that came in and were able to have volunteers, and I was able to help out with organizing those volunteers, helping out with planning, helping out with actually getting them in rooms and organizing teams, and it was just a really awesome experience. So to show just a little bit of that, I'm actually going to skip over a few of these. These are just the ones that I got to do. I went in for a couple of professional development days, and I got to do some really cool stuff working at the school too, and gain some really awesome, valuable experience working with data, working with creating professional development, those kinds of things. I actually helped with creating tasks for hiring an administrative assistant for the school because they were hiring new ones. So that was a really good experience too. But here was actually a picture from that. So this is that armored battalion that I was talking about. So this is our principal, well, the principal, sorry, the elementary school. I'm back here, this little guy right there. And it was just a really cool experience. So a few other things, right? This is more of like the planning stage. This was where, sorry, that's actually professional development. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. And, we realized, I talked to the principal too, and I was like, did you get any pictures of like the actual painting or anything like that? And she realized that we didn't actually get any pictures of the actual experience. So I was a little bit bummed about that, but I actually found some pictures just on the website of this school year. So, I mean, any of these walls in the background are things that, we got to be a part of, and we got to make that school a better place for students and for staff. And so, I don't know, I just thought it'd be good to have something shown and, just show the staff in that environment and just being happy and, being in a school that they want to be in and a school that is felt taken care of. And I feel like it went a lot to take care for school culture. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. And the other highlights from this course that I've been able to have is, for the elementary side of things, is take the resources that I've created for the district and for secondary and for all of the courses that I've been in this program and be able to make that personalized for the school that I've been working with. So I just want to show this, and I'll come back to this as well. I was able to create a website for the secondary, and I created the website for the elementary as well. So I just included like their logos and those kinds of things. And yeah, I'll go through some more of these as I get further on, but just a quick highlight of something I was able to do for that school. Okay, so to head back over, let's jump into secondary. So I'm currently a secondary teacher, and I plan to be a principal in a secondary school. So this is kind of the bulk of where I'll talk about some of these things. All right, so to start from the beginning, a few things that I was able to do. I was able to create a digital citizenship poster. Then I was able to work with the technology team to kind of present that, and our technology teacher was really excited about it, wanted to put it up in the school, and just in general have some conversations about technology. Some other ones that I can run through. Excuse me. So one thing that I was able to do is create a data analysis protocol. And this is something I actually feel pretty proud of because I was able to share this data analysis protocol with my administrative team. I was also able to take this data analysis protocol and actually work with our math team and do quite a bit with it. And the cool part that I'm actually really excited about is my principal plans to use this data analysis protocol come next year. So she's hoping to use this for all subjects, for all tests that they take, be able to use this data analysis protocol. I was able to create a web page, and again, I'll kind of go back to some of the more resources in that web page, but just a quick highlight just of that data analysis protocol. Okay, and then coming back over, a few other things. The special education class for this program, I was able to create a ton of resources, and I was able to actually make an entire special education hub. So, I think the best thing, I can kind of run through some of these, but I think the best thing that I want to do is actually go to that educational resources hub. So this is actually, I feel really awesome about this, and I'm really awesome that I'm able to share this with my administrative team and just, have all of the things that I was able to create for this course and just my portfolio and kind of have it all in one place as resources for my school. So to start, Special Education Hub, I can jump into that a little bit. So the IEP process, that was one of our assignments, but able to put that up in there. Another one I was able to create was a discipline flowchart. So had that in there for, and that's something that we do see a lot. We have a lot of behavioral issues. We teach in a Title I school, and this is something that we run across a lot. So my team was very happy with this, and again, making it really accessible for them on this website. I have a guide to FAPE. This was that disability categories that's also put within the website to where, you can kind of scroll through, and let's say you want to go to the orthopedic impairment. Cool. I'm going to click on that. Here's the definition. Here's some resources. So I'll go back. I also was able to create, like I said, several videos. So an original Parents' Rights videos. This was the Parents' Rights voiceover, and this was a shorter version that they had requested. Also included a guide to FERPA, person first language. Again, just a ton of things that I was able to include in this. And that's just for the special education. So coming back over, I'm not going to go through all of these because I know that I don't have enough time. I'm trying to keep track, making sure that I got enough time for everything. But again, just all the resources that I was able to create, really just kind of put it into one spot. Another one that I want to highlight is a de-escalation strategies. So as part of the PLC meeting, our school administrators came together and they said, hey, we need to have less referrals to the office. So we need to be able to do this by using least invasive strategies. So as part of that, I came to my principal and I wanted to capitalize on an opportunity and just said, do you think this is something I can help with? Creating some kind of protocol or some kind of resource for teachers that to help them with like de-escalation strategies. So this is what I was able to come up with, and I still want to kind of edit it a little bit more, but this is what I have. So I was able to come up with, first of all, like emotional constancy. How can we make sure that as educators, right, that we are remaining emotionally constant. We're not getting overwhelmed. We're being the adults in the room. So a lot of like key tips on that kind of stuff. I was also, right, this is a way to create a plan for those repeated situations that you're going to run into. Maybe, kid screaming down the hallway, whatever it is. How can we make sure that we're remaining emotionally constant, dealing with that situation in an appropriate way? And ultimately, right, the goal is how can we keep students in the classroom? How can we make sure that we're ensuring their academic success and well-being? I included a fun video and that kind of stuff. So anyway, again, more things that you guys can kind of look into, but something I wanted to highlight. All right. And, actually, as a part of this, the other thing that I felt really proud of is, creating this de-escalation strategies, creating the data analysis protocol, is my principal actually came and she's hoping that I can create more things, and that's something that I'm currently working on. So she was hoping, okay, can we create an MTSS protocol for next year with resources and worksheets? So that's something that I'm going to be working on, mostly in regards to behavior as opposed to actual like special education. But how can we create supports for these students, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for these students? So something I'm pretty excited about. I'll click through a few of these. So technology. This was the digital citizenship poster I made for my school that they wanted to hang up. I just included the 7 habits of 7 habits of effective tech principles. And also just a video or a quick slideshow on internet safety. Going back. I'm also currently taking an educational finance course, and within that, I was able to create a Title I guide. So we actually are getting Title I funds at our school next year, and we haven't gotten there before, and our school bookkeeper was not too sure why we haven't gotten it before and why we're getting them now. So I just wanted to kind of include a little bit of that, some things that I've been able to do, create some resources on my own, just kind of like capitalizing again on some opportunities. All right, so heading back, and just for the sake of time, I'll kind of leave it there, come back over, and again, a lot of this is the things that I already included in that, and that's why I just wanted to kind of go to the web page, but all those explanations and things are included here. Okay, so to wrap this up, I just wanted to go to my reflection. So, kind of the big thing that I realized coming into the program is that, I did feel pretty, timid and not very confident. Becoming an administrator seemed very looming and large and far off. And as I've been able to go through this program, as I've been able to, capitalize on opportunities that have come my way, I've actually been able to learn quite a bit. I've been able to gain quite a bit of an experience. I've been able to create a lot of tools and resources for my school. And as part of that, opportunities have come to me, which has been really awesome. That's something that, just the timidness and everything like that has definitely slowly gone away. Now, it's not that being a principal is going to be any less difficult. It's not that, there's not the challenges that come, but I just feel a lot more confident, by being able to go through this practicum experience. I've been able to gain a lot more confidence, by seeing that, hey, I created this thing for my school, and now my principal is coming to me for wanting more resources or wanting more ways that I can help out. So it's been a really awesome experience, and it's been really great for me to kind of, again, gain that confidence. But That's about my 15 minutes, so I really hope that you guys have enjoyed, and I really look forward to going over this more with you. And again, I hope that you've enjoyed. Thank you.